Hello, everyone. Welcome to Watch for Falling Meteors, episode 22. We are picking up uh, really the beginnings of the exploration of the Isle of Dread. And Weedle, go ahead and give us a quick recap, and then we'll get started.
All right, we started on the boat. We went down to the southern part of the Isle of Dread, where we were met by some very interesting people who did not speak our language. However, they took us to their medicine men who did. After some misunderstandings and some understandings, they took us to a village that had several tribes represented by different animals: turtle, hawk, tiger, and elk. Eventually, we integrated ourselves with us, and they thought that we were pretty groovy. We asked them if we could go north of the wall, if they would guide us north of the wall, and they said yes, as far as the quote-unquote tar pits. We did find out before we left that they utilize their own dead to help protect the village, and are required every night to pray so that the zombies will stay in the ground until such time as they're needed or attacked. About, I think they said once every 10 days or so, or once every couple of 10 days. So we headed out. The first night went fairly, or the first day went fairly well. We did get attacked in the evening by a ghoul that was dispatched within the time it takes for a Weedall to use the restroom. It was dead. So then we woke up the next morning. We continued on. We're at the tar pit. They showed us how to navigate the pit, but they said they wouldn't go any further. They're collecting their tar. We're at the edge of the tar pit, and we are making our way into the interior of the island.
Thank you very much.
We were told to go to the river and follow it to the plateau.
That's right.
That's in order to get to the plateau. All right, thank you very much. I guess inspiration for Karnan, or Nace, because everyone else has it.
Sure.
So, you pick.
Karnan, because I've seen how bad he fishes.
Okay. All right. So, the village young men finish filling up their tar bags. The poles are laden heavily with basically animal skins and stuff that are filled with tar. They say very quick, like really acknowledging they're leaving more than saying goodbye, and they turn around and start down the trail. It's midday or so, and they plan to get back to the temporary campsite, or not their campsite they have set up by nightfall. So you've got about half the day. Given normal terrain, you guys cover about 24 miles a day, which would be 3 hexes. If you are moving at a cautious pace or in difficult terrain, then you'll be covering only about 12 miles per day. So, and I'm sorry, it'd be 4 hexes if you were moving at a good pace. Going through the hills and stuff, you could make about 18 miles a day. And again, if you want to move like cautious, stealthy, then it's going to cut the time in half. But you can tell from where you're at that you have basically a marsh to the northeast, east, southeast, and southwest. The tar pits continue on to the west, and you can see rolling hills to the northwest.
I vote we go northeast. Northwest. Sorry.
I will mean.
My map is still loading.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Oh, I can share the map for everybody. Sorry. Boop. All right, I'm showing it loaded.
Sorry,
for
Holly's in rehearsals right now, so my internet's a little bit slower than normal.
No problem.
No worries.
Okay.
All right, it's up.
So, what pace are we moving? By the way, in a quick pace, you could actually move at about 36 miles a day. But there's a disadvantage to perception because you're just hoofing it as opposed to paying attention.
I don't know, just regular pace, I guess. I don't see any need to move too
They
cautiously.
did say it was super dangerous, so I don't think we need to be reckless.
We have Stefan.
Okay, so
Yeah.
moving at a normal pace, you'll be able to cover basically 2 more hexes today. Moving through the hills. The tar pits would be difficult terrain, as well as the marsh.
I'd like to move to the hills here.
Okay, so I'll be doing a lot of revealing hexes.
Am
Is
I
that your
notice?
subtle way of saying hold your horses?
Am I noticing any signs of animals?
So give me a survival check. No advantage because this isn't your favorite terrain.
Is there a way over the masking where we can know in general where the plateau is? Like, can't we see it from here? Or
No,
is it too
not
far
really
off?
from where you're at. It's so far away that you can't really see it from here because there are mountains between you and the plateau. It's
Only had an
basically
airship.
due north. Okay,
Okay.
Steve, you do pick up several game sign. A lot of game sign as you're traveling around. Individual things you may catch the tracks of. Some large lizards. Quite a few four-legged mammals. You're not sure if it's maybe wolf or you're definitely sure you see wolf track, bear track, tigers. You happen upon some of the weird like parallel marks that a certain venomous snakes leave in the ground. The thing you do notice is they're rather like whatever left these like parallel ruts would be like a rattlesnake, but much bigger than any rattlesnake you've ever seen.
Like a Titano rattlesnake?
Something like that, yeah.
Not alone, boys.
And then you also see you catch some humanoid tracks as well. As in
Any
like wearing
Giant humanoid tracks.
some sort of footwear. So
Do I have
some
any sense
level
of?
of
Is it
technology,
fresh?
however primitive.
Are these fresh tracks of the
Um,
humanoid, or are these?
The humanoid tracks you come across, some of them are, I wouldn't say new, but they're definitely like in the last week. They're not like old tracks or anything. But nothing. You don't find any specific trail like, oh, we could follow this. But you do see plenty of trails that are being used by wandering creatures.
Thank
Fair
you.
enough, then.
You're not alone here. I'm sorry, Neil. What'd you say?
So let's keep forging northwest then.
Okay.
And it's like forest to our west and like mountains to the north.
Yes. Kind of. You haven't really been at a point where you can see further inland because the hills here they're rolling. You know, some of the hills are a couple 100 feet tall. So you're really going through these rolling grasslands right now. The marsh you were leaving was mostly like coniferous trees, but when you were sailing around the perimeter of the island, you saw mostly jungle trees. So, but if anything, you left what would be called closer to a bog, like just really waterlogged ground.
Okay.
Mining for the old trees.
Okay, what direction is your next text going to be?
We're forging forward northwest.
Continuing northwest. Okay.
Stay on the dry land as much as possible and out of the trees.
Okay. You get your hexes here. You can still see into the next hex in every direction. So roughly 6 miles, 8 miles really, counting being in your hex. The rolling hills just continue spreading out. So as you're traveling through here, it's approaching not quite nightfall, but the time that you would start setting up a camp at least. And
Okay.
Stefan, you come across an actual used trail,
Oh,
like
look,
heavy
trail.
foot traffic. And if you had to, actually, you don't even have to guess. You've seen the tracks that you're looking at plenty. Whenever you've seen Weedle's tracks, there is definitely Ricastas have been through here. They head slightly off the trail from where you're walking northwest to basically like due north. And as you find that sign and they're looking, you catch it's ever so faint, you catch the faintest glimmer of just a trail of smoke. Like maybe a hill or two over to the north.
I see smoke. May not want to sleep on this trail.
Why?
Do you see airships?
Maybe we'll meet somebody if we sleep on the trail.
Well, we don't have to sleep on any trail. We can
Right.
sleep nearby.
Jason, does
then.
Weed all notice these tracks?
Once
He's
they're
not a-
pointed out, like once Stefan points out the track, yeah. About the only thing you recognize is that the footprints look similar to yours.
It's
Four-toed with
probably-
a rear claw and retractable claws that occasionally poke into the dirt.
It's probably my cousin Gerard. We don't like him.
You have kin in these parts?
I have no idea.
If he does, we have an airship to the plateau.
Why is that?
Right?
Well, no, it was an adopted family. But it could happen.
Kidding, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's up to y'all if you want to go say hi to Gerard.
So have you ever dealt with your people before?
Not really. Not a lot.
Scott only has faint memories of his people. Weedle remembers living in tents. You remember seeing lots of like large tigers with tough teeth that your people used as mounts. And you remember seeing some horrific fights with creatures that you can't even like thundering lizards that were massive.
But I don't
you
remember
were
anything
very
about
young.
cannibalism, do I?
No. No.
Okay. Well, they won't eat us.
Well, let's be sure to say that you're
You.
not confident of that.
Well, they
the
won't
first
eat me.
humans, the first humans you really remember were the ones who adopted you.
I'm pretty sure they won't eat me.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Not ideal, though. Well,
Well, do you know their
Sleep.
language?
Yeah.
You haven't spoken it in a very long time, but yes, you can speak Ricasta.
Okay.
does not Nace know any language?
I know some languages.
He can
I don't
understand
know cat
any
people
language. You could
I
understand
can
it.
go meow meow. Yeah,
Comprehend.
I
could
could understand, comprehend it, but
Mhm.
Oh, you can't speak it then, can you?
right.
Ah, we're here. I say we check out the Ricastas.
All right, let's be.
And it might be a
It's
place to
like
sleep for the
evening
night.
time, or is it before evening? Just like
You're at the
camp
point that
ready
you would
time?
like consider setting up camp soon. But you could reach the opposite hillside. I mean, where the smoke you see is in probably 20 minutes at a
okay.
casual pace.
They probably already know we're here anyway.
And
Let's go
seeing
say
how
hi.
sneaky Weedall is, we may want to like be ready for them to also be sneaky. I've seen you like catch casters by surprise before ripping their throat out.
Well, we could start moving cautiously towards the village. That way, our perception would be perhaps a little better.
Sure. So you want to move at like a stealth speed?
Yeah, but I don't
Or
think we
normal
want to
pace.
appear threateningly stealthy. We just
Okay,
want
so
to.
basically a normal pace then. You're going to
Right.
be watching
So
yourselves. Anybody who wants to can make a perception check. And
like
you'll...
a stealth, is that what kind of roll?
I don't think we're doing actual stealth.
You said perception?
If you want. Yeah, anybody who wants to roll perception is welcome to.
Oh, I've always got my eye out.
Perception.
Arnon, damn man.
Okay.
One more.
So, thank you. So, as you kind of tighten down the straps on your pack. Oh, hey, Burning Heretic, not too bad. As you tighten down the straps on your pack, you start making your way north. As you cross over the first hill, you can see these rolling grasslands. The grass varies from a foot tall to 3 feet tall. There's actually a path that's kind of worn in here where the grass is trampled down. In some spots, it's even bare dirt. And what looks like to be maybe wagon or like no, not maybe. Sorry, Stefan, you recognize wagon tracks. So goods actually move along this trail here. As you're traveling along, Gamelon and Karnon, you both spot that you're being paralleled. You can't make them out like what they are through the grass, but you can tell there is a mounted rider to either side of the party. Just far enough off that you catch their silhouette moving through the grass, but they are matching your pace and direction. There's at least 2 silhouettes to either side of the group, but they're probably 70, 80 feet away. They're just far enough that you barely catch them. Initially you hear them, and then you just kind of catch a little wisp of movement. So they are aware of you and are tailing or moving in parallel with you right now.
Scouts to either side.
It would appear we're being tracked, followed.
Yeah. All right. If there's no... Go ahead.
I want to cast Shillelagh on my thing and then yell out, "Hey there!" and wave to a direction.
Okay. As you do, Gamelon, Karnon, Stefan as well, you hear kind of a tufting noise, it'd be like a squirrel bouncing through the leaves, except much louder or bigger. It's not long before all of a sudden the grass parts at some of the taller areas, and you see an extremely large... it's a tiger, but it has giant tusks. It's a saber-toothed tiger. We don't have to beat around the bush. Riding on the saber-toothed tiger is a Rakasta, which basically looks like Weedle, only instead of wearing fancy purple tunics and a big hat with a feather in it,
I have no class.
he appears to be wearing a hardened leather cuirass over his shoulders and chest. It's ornamented with a medallion that's been worked into the leather. It's held on by straps. The cat is much more muscular than Weedle. It's carrying a spear that's probably about 12 feet long. The shaft on the end of it looks like sharpened stone, but it's about a foot long. It's basically like a lance, if anything. And it's wearing hardened leather skull cap, as well as like a leather skirt that's been studded with bones. And on his over his paws, he has like an iron vambrace that goes around his wrist, and like it clips onto the wrist and has a handle that he's holding onto, and it has very long, like foot-long blades that are made of metal, extending out over his knuckles, like an iron claw, and he has one on each hand. It looks like he can use his hands pretty independently, or grip those to have a better grip. It might be referred to as a guitar in some cultures. But he's definitely augmenting the claws that you've seen Weedle use.
And he appears to be the leader of this group, or just the only one we see
He
at
does
this point?
seem the one that you see first does seem to be very large, and then a total of 4 of them, 2 on each side. They stop at about 30 feet from the party, stop, and are just staring at you. They don't have their spears lowered, but they're not all the way up either. They're kind of in a neutral, like halfway position to being dropped for a charge. They're just studying you. One of these saber-tooths yawns, kind of lazily, rocks back and forth on its haunches once. Looks a little restless. At that, they stop. There's no talking, no movement. They just watch you. They stare at you very unblinking. And then you hear grass from someone who's not trying to be stealthy at all, crumpling, coming from the north. And then a slightly larger Rakasta, wearing similar garb, except he has his helmet is decorated with several long feathers that hang on the left side, and it looks to be older and bigger than the others. It steps out of the clearing and just casually walks up. You can see the guitars hanging loosely off of its hands, and it stops, puts its hands on its hips, and just regards the party, blocking the way down the path. It doesn't really make any move to speak.
I'll walk up a little bit, not within threatening range.
Sure.
Doff my hat, give him a little bow, a polite bow, and say in whatever language Rakasta speak, hello.
It's called Rakasta.
Okay, I'll say hello. I'm sure I remember that much.
Okay. Give me a... I hate to do this to you. Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Oh, an intelligence check.
This is
Wonderful.
more about
That's always a
not about
safety
remembering
valve.
what the. This is less about remembering the words as getting the inflection right, because it sounds kind of like it's just a bunch of growls and yowls, really.
All right.
I would assume none of the rest of the party has ever heard you speak Rakasta, so it'll probably look like you're just a cat riled up yowling at someone.
There you go.
Okay. Why'd you have advantage on your intelligence check?
Because I used my inspiration.
Oh, you did. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right.
First impressions are all that matter.
Well, you nailed it. You really nailed it. So you say hello in Rakasta, and he kind of, you see a his eyes widen for a second as he realizes that you speak the language, and as you take your hat off, he gets a good look at you and realizes you're a Rakasta. He stares and he looks at the other ones. And then he kind of looks, but instead of looking right at you, he looks at like your chest, which with that intelligence check you remember is polite among Rakasta. Maintaining eye contact is a challenge. So he like looks you in the eyes and then glances down at your chest and responds, "You are one of us. Why are you wearing those clothes?"
I was one of you. I was taken away at a young age. I don't know if it was from here, for perhaps from some other Rakasta enclave. And I was raised by gnomes.
Okay,
Smaller people.
Scott knows he was not raised by gnomes, right?
No, wasn't I? I thought they were gnomes that had the airship company.
Oh, you're right. It was gnomes. I'm sorry. You're from Alphasia, but yes, it was.
Okay.
That's right. You had a gnomish family that ran the airships, which is why you ended up over in Thyatis. Okay. Yeah, you have to say like little people. They don't have a word for gnome. He takes and you see him lean in and sniff. "I do not recognize you. So, perhaps, tribe to the east. What brings you back?"
We are here to go to the big, flat mountain.
You should not go there. It is much too dangerous to go that far north.
We must.
Then you must. Will you come to our village?
Yes. We'd also
I'm sorry,
like to
he
talk.
doesn't say village, he says camp.
We'd also like to talk to you about perhaps opening trade routes that could benefit all of us. And I'm doing that because you said that there were wagon wheels and trade moves up and down. I presume that they have an idea of what trade is.
Yeah, he smiles. He says, yes, we are always interested in new partners. Introduce your friends.
Yes, and I'll go around. This is Nace. This is Stefan. This is Karnan. And this is Gamelon. We are traveling together to the big mountain with the flat top.
Oh. Well, we must set up trade first, because I do not think you will come back from the big mountain with the flat top.
Yes, that would be smart. That would be prudent. Let's do that by all means.
Come with us. We have a shaman who will help us talk.
Okay.
Okay, he turns and signals for you to come with him and starts walking back towards their camp. The riders ride 2 in front and 2 in back, just to encapsulate you. The sides are open. But other than
I'll
that,
also tell the party about kind of what happened and the fact that they don't eat anything except amphibians.
Jesus.
Well, Gamelon's a reptile, so we're good.
We're all safe.
All right. So it doesn't take long, probably 10 minutes of walking. And before that, as you crest the last hill before the smoke you saw, you can see the camp ahead, which I will go ahead and share a map now.
So, Weedall, I gotta ask, have they seen Busy?
I don't think anybody's seen Busy.
Busy's still with you. So,
Oh, okay.
well, you guys have really set it up perfectly. They're going to need...
Oh,
this is going to be the trade setup, and Busy will spearhead taking them back and returning back to camp and setting it up, I guess.
what a boss.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Man,
You know,
I
hey,
gotta
can we say
when you
this? Can we say that Busy is going to go all the way back to Karnan's place?
Yeah.
And help run that.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll be
And he's gonna
where
build
Oh, that would be
airship
perfect.
launches and everything.
Busy's going to be the person who handles running the thing, and if John can ever join in again, then Busy can take a break from running the domain.
And also, if we ever need a role for Karnan's place, we'll have Jason roll as Busy,
Yes.
because we're just gonna get 20.
Yeah,
Channel your inner Busy.
absolutely.
I can message as needed and keep track of the fellow.
Every time you guys go back, though, Busy's going to have like some more jewelry, a crown, like,
Love it.
and then he'll be like, "Wow, we must be making a lot of money." Nope, we're barely breaking even.
No, he's
Hey,
going to
wait, does Busy want to use that throne so he can see?
Oh, that's right. Busy will set the throne up.
Yes.
He can make some modifications to it.
Yeah, he's going to be full on steampunk when we get back.
It's going to be like full periscope mode.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have an elevator built for it so it goes up and down through the floors.
Okay. So when you arrive at the village or the camp, there are a total of 6 large tents that are actually very nice, well decorated. They have rugs and carpets. These are tents that are set up for long periods of time. They're all rather well furnished. Most of them have wooden chairs that have cushions sewn onto them. Like I said, lots of rugs and carpets. Most of them have like a communal smoke pot. And they have a lot of different trade goods and barrels and stuff. There's a central pavilion where there's currently a cooking fire going. There's some sort of beast being roasted right now on a spit. Grand total, you see 16 different, larger Rakasta. They're wearing what would really be the equivalent of studded leather, carrying spears. They all have iron claws strapped onto their forearms, as well as most of them are the 4 that are riding saber-tooths. They're all carrying their primitive lances. And then on top of that, there are another probably 20 Rakasta in the village itself that are female and young children. As you ride in, there's an awful lot of glances watching, looking your way. The squared off grass pavilions are, grass roofs you see on the map. Those are pavilions that are up on pillars. I mean on struts, but they're open air, and right now it looks like they're more just shade and shelter. They don't have like stalls or anything set up, but there's the central pavilion has cooking areas, as well as lots and lots of carpets and just plush soft things to lounge on. And then the other pavilions have either dry goods, some of them have fabric, one of them has what looks like stoneworking tools, as you are led past all of that, and they take you up to the central pavilion, where
camp earlier. So do we get the impression that this may be a well-established camp, but it's not exactly a village?
Yeah, it's like the grass here is definitely trampled down. It's not like dirt yet, but there are trails leading from basically every building to every other building. Kind of a circle goes around all of the tents, and then like spokes head either to the central pavilion or to the outer pavilions.
Okay, well, let's
but
see
they've
what the
definitely
big
been.
shaman
These have
kitty
not been
says.
moved in a while. As you reach the center, you are offered meat from the current spit. They grab sticks and cut off a hunk of meat, stick it on the spit and on the skewer, and hand it and offer it to each of you. It's all offered by young children, Rakasta.
Awesome.
And the chieftain tells you to have a seat, enjoy the food, and they are fetching our shaman, who should be able to help us talk.
Okay.
Cow down.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing is they basically only have meat. There's very little in the way of grain or fruits. They do have some vegetables, but for the most part, it looks like they use the vegetables and fruits and stuff as flavoring for meat.
That's fine.
I'm enjoying it.
Why would I want to eat the food that my food eats?
Right? That's their attitude. So you eat for a brief period of time, and then you see another Rakasta coming. This one's a little thinner, more of Weedle's build, and he is walking with a gnarled staff. He's not walking like hunched over or anything, but he's walking with a staff that has all sorts of totems and trinkets and bones hanging off of it. And he walks up to the pavilion, looks over everyone, and he starts to chant, draws a rune on the ground, and as he finishes the spell, the chieftain takes on like you just see like a weird glow kind of emanate from his skin for a moment, and then it fades, it's fur, and then it fades, and then he speaks to you, Weedle, and says, "I should be able to understand everything they say now."
Fantastic. Thank you for having us at your camp.
Yes, thank you.
Here.
You are very welcome. Understand that anything he says, Weedle has to translate. So the shaman doesn't have the ability to teach everyone how to speak it.
He can comprehend us.
Oh,
Yeah. He just gave the chieftain comprehend languages. However, I don't... Or wait a minute, he might have tongues. Checking his character sheet real quick.
it's a character sheet. Don't fight him.
Oh, okay. Never mind. As he says that, you understand him as well. So he does have tongues.
Oh,
Awesome.
So as the chieftain speaks, Weedle, you can tell that he's speaking Rakasta, but to the rest of you, you hear it in whatever language is native to you.
Aquan then.
Yeah, you hear it in Aquan.
I can only do comprehend languages.
Then I'll go through the same spiel that we're here to set up trade. Our friend Busy here will be handling the logistics of getting the goods back and forth. We hope to set up something that's equitable for both sides, and that ultimately we're driven to go to the big flat top mountain in the middle of the island.
Yeah, there's some comments how they think that's a bad idea, but they also understand needing to do something. This is something you didn't know, but the chieftain explains to you in Rakastan culture, the curiosity of the cat is alive and well, and they fully understand that you just have to do something because you really want to do it. So that's a very good reason to go do something. So you're not the first that have said they really need to go to the flat top mountain before, and so he's fully ready to embrace your quest.
In my inventory, I have a bell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping it's a pretty bell. I'd like to give it to the shaman to put on his stick because I think cats like bells.
Oh yeah. Oh, he thinks that's amazing. He takes and it makes a nice clear ding. He actually mounts it in there's like a hollow ring at the top of the staff where it took some kind of druid craft for the tree to grow apart and grow back together. That or he looked for a long time because there's not a lot of trees around here. But he actually fashions the bell with leather straps into there so that when it's pretty still, but when he shakes it, it gives a nice cling, cling. He likes it a lot. He's very grateful for your gift, and he offers you a stone dagger as a return gift.
Okay. I accept it with...
You notice that it has runes etched along the stone blade, which, well, you don't know anybody with the tools the technology they have to be able to carve runes into this stone is pretty impressive, without cracking the blade.
Okay. I'll make a mental note to show it to Nace, or I just show it to Nace.
Sure.
And we'll continue our conversation.
Do I recognize it?
I wouldn't say you don't recognize it as a named blade or something like that.
No, I mean like what the runes would do.
Do you have detect magic?
As in
I'm assuming
ritual, I'm sure.
I don't have detect magic anymore. You broke my wand.
God. Oh, that's right. The wand broke when you tried to detect the artifact. Okay.
That's all right.
I mean, I have identify.
It's perfectly balanced, but yeah, you're going to need 10 minutes to identify it then.
We'll have this evening where we can spend 10 minutes doing.
Sure. So, they
I
are...
can't recognize runes through like Arcana, though?
You can make an Arcana check to see if you understand the runes. They're not runes you've ever seen before. But, apparently your connection with your patron has unlocked something in your mind, because you do recognize that these runes mean they're Rakastan runes, but their literal translation would be return home.
Oh, I think you can throw this and it'll come back to you.
It's a boomerang.
Oh.
Nice.
I bow even lower, watching his chest as I do.
Okay. They are interested in setting up trade. What they're most interested in is metal goods. They don't really have a means of mining metal here, not in the quantities that they would like to trade in. Any metal goods, copper, brass, tin, steel, iron, doesn't matter.
We're talking utensils or ingots, or...
They don't care. They're going to melt it down and rework it anyway.
Gotcha,
they have
ingots.
smiths. They're capable of forging it, but there's just not much metal here. Most of the metal is when you get into the jagged mountains to the north, and while they make forays to the north, it's just not worth it to them. As far as what they can offer in trade, plenty of furs as well as exotic bone, as well as ivory, bone carvings, pretty exotic stuff. They also say that they have taken down a few of the thunder lizards to the north.
We're curious about the thunder lizards. Can we get them to describe that a little more?
They describe a dinosaur to you.
Mm-hmm.
The
What kind of
dinosaur in
dinosaur?
particular that they describe is a triceratops.
Okay.
But they tell you that the more north you go, the more thunder lizards that are prevalent on the island.
Now we're talking.
Basically, when you go north, the lands just become more and more wild and exotic and ancient. Just everything feels old the more north you go.
I have to ask, because science has come a long way the past 30 years. Do these thunder lizards have feathers?
No, these are 1980 thunder lizards, dickhead.
Scientifically inaccurate.
No feathers.
1980s. Got it.
Yeah, we're in the 80s still, all right?
How aggressive are they? That's what
Jason, I don't know,
wanna
but
ask.
the stream looks very pixelated.
Really?
Or it does to me.
That could just be you, though.
I don't have
Just
any
me.
dropped frames.
Okay.
Well, it's not
I'll
true.
refresh.
I did have 300 dropped frames, but that was right at the start.
I'll refresh.
Because
I'm
like
getting a little lag
it's
from,
running at like I think 30 frames per second, so that's pretty nothing as far as dropped frames.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Burning Heretic, does the stream look all right to you? Need to check the stats here. I didn't even. There's 2. It's like you and one other guy.
I just joined it, and it's fine.
Yep,
Okay.
I
I
refreshed
bet
and it's
I
fine.
bet Scott's quality is really down.
Yep,
Okay.
I refreshed and it's fine. All right.
I
False
want
alarm.
to I want to
ahead.
ask the
Burn
chief
burning up.
which creatures taste good and which do we have to worry about and how do we kill them?
I
Oh,
still
okay.
don't know how aggressive they are.
Aggression. Most of the thunder lizards are pretty aggressive. If you get into they're very territorial. There are rumors, he hasn't seen one, of thunder lizards that walk upright on 2 legs. And but all the thunder lizards they've seen walk on all 4s. Some of them appear to be herbivores, but they also are still very aggressive and dangerous if you invade their space. Or if you get near their nests. They will occasionally go out after the thunder lizards, one, because the bones trade very well, and the ivory from the Triceratops, their tusks actually sell really well. They're made into beautiful art. The bones are very useful for structures, struts. I mean, they're really handy. And it's meat for like a month for the whole tribe. So, but they could even, depending on how lucrative the trade deal could be, transporting one of the thunder lizards would be incredibly profitable. There would be an exotic collector somewhere, but moving it could be a real task.
Who do they trade with?
The Rakasta trade primarily with the villagers to the south. They will go down to the wall to trade whenever they can. They usually trade for whatever metal that the tribesmen have. Because the tribesmen mine metal, but they don't work it really. Only very primitive, like bronze. They're not even like up to tin yet. But they will trade their furs and other goods they have with the ores that the tribes people have down south. They also have had some interaction with humans that call themselves privateers. They kind of stumble over that word, but they refer to themselves as privateers. They wear colorful clothing, and they claim to like the water. They've never really tailed them far, but they always go to the southwest of here, near the shores. And when they trade with them, it's almost always for metal, sometimes weapons. And initially, on their first contact with them, they fought. They said the men had curved swords and spoke somewhat like Gamelon does, like the way they talk. Just the shorthand and the drawl of a sailor.
Sounds like pirates.
I want to ask if they can teach me how to use those things. The claws.
They seem stunned that you don't know how to use them.
No, I've lost many of my Rakasta ways in my travels through this place.
Well, that is a shame. Yes, we can make you a pair of iron claws.
Well, I'll find something else to give them in exchange. What do I have
All
to do?
Rakasta fight best with iron claws.
Aye.
So no, they don't want anything. Well, actually, no. They do have a question for you. Have you experienced your first blooding?
Yeah.
Have I fought?
Something.
Yes, many times.
Oh no!
You sure that's what they asked?
Right. You do
I
look
was
kind of
going to
like a
answer
girl.
before this group could answer.
No, not to kill. Blooding. He takes and he pulls his bare claws past his throat. Kill with our weapons.
Oh, have I? I don't think I
I don't
have.
believe you've ever killed
No.
anyone with your claws.
No, and I, in an unthreatening way, kind of pull out the rapier or the short sword, whatever I'm using now, and say,
I believe
no,
you're using short swords.
I prefer these.
Oh. May I? The chieftain holds out his hand for the
Sure.
thing. He kind of whips it around. It's so light.
And fast.
He takes and I don't know if you react or not. He lunges towards you. Give me a dexterity check, actually.
Dexterity check.
Okay, you nailed that. So he, as he's looking at it, and you say, "Well, it's very fast too." He grips his iron claw and lunges out at you. But as he stabs, you can tell he was intentionally coming up short. But you're 3 feet to the left by the time he gets there. As he realizes you are much faster than him, he looks and he goes, "Ha ha! Oh!" He throws the rapier back to you. He nods and he's like, he definitely approves of your prowess and how quickly you moved.
Okay, awesome. One other thing. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Okay. I thank you. Put the rapier back.
If you wish to earn the iron claws, you must experience the blooding. Wait a minute, Scott. You've hit someone with your claws, haven't you?
I have not used the cat.
No,
claws
I don't think you
ability.
have. No.
Okay. That sounds like a rite of passage.
That'll be more fun to kill stuff with your claws, dude. Come on.
Let's do it.
Meow.
We are harried from the north.
Ryan, get back here.
There is a temple where dark things come at night. They've raided our village twice. We will send you to dispatch of them. If you come back, then we will consider that your blooding. And you will gain iron claws.
Yeah.
I explain this to the group and go, well,
Well, we understood.
Yeah, you understand him right now.
He's got tongues.
say,
More zombies then.
okay, do they have pretty things?
No, they are hideous beasts of darkness.
Right.
Those are favorite kinds of hideous beasts.
Very
To
well
kill.
then.
To kill.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to eat your fill. They'll answer any questions you guys have for them.
We'll try the same map question on them that we tried on the other villagers.
Okay, like on the map, where's the plateau?
Right. Can you give us pointers on our map? Basically, what can you help us unmask in the area? And as travelers and people, they should probably know more than the shut-ins to the south, I would think.
Yeah.
Well, we can
So,
hope.
if you look at the map, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. The
seem
things they
more
can do. Okay,
advanced than
so you see the arrow they draw. That's roughly
Mhm.
how far it is to the plateau. They tell you that if you go due north, you'll go through thick jungles, and then you'll move into steep mountain crags, and eventually come to a river, which leads to a waterfall that plummets from the plateau itself. There's a bridge there. They've never gone up the bridge because go up to the plateau is forbidden. But they have seen the bridge from a distance.
Is it a stone bridge or
It is a rope bridge.
rope?
It is very long, and it
How is it
sags.
forbidden?
It's forbidden by their culture to go to the mountain.
Oh, okay.
They do not go
Yeah,
to
like-
the plateau.
Yeah.
It's
Go.
they don't really have the words in common for it, but it basically boils down to it's very taboo. It's like it goes against their entire culture.
It's
That
like eating
said-
vegetables.
Rakasta do it as well. So Rakasta still go there, and they never come back. But they're taught from birth, do not go to that mountain.
Okay, and where's this village in relation to us on the map?
You're the hex you're in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
And
where you're
where's
at.
the eastern village that we'd all maybe...
To the east, there's a marsh surrounding a deep, deep lake, and then more marsh after that. And near the eastern coast, there is actually another. Well, he corrects himself. There was another tribe of Rakasta. They haven't been heard from in years. They used to meet with them down in Tanaroa, only because they don't really like going through that marsh. And the eastern tribes have not been responding in quite some time. But it would be, I'll give you an arrow, it would be located about here. It's basically a broken land. It's
northeast.
very
Okay.
rough hills that go right up to the shore where it was very steep. You guys sailed, well, not quite to that shoreline, but anyways, it's very steep hills plummeting into the ocean there, and or into the bay, and there's quite a few Rakasta there. Let's see. They can also tell you where the privateers are. I really need to get pins on this map. I haven't done that. 7. Where the shit is 7? There it is. The privateers claim to be from there, that little island.
Which direction from where we are?
It's in the southwest of the map.
Hey, southwest.
Is that like the farthest southwest island?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Green squiggles on.
They claim to be from there.
Okay.
And they sail up and touch down here, and then make their way through the jungles to meet with the Rakasta. Most of the time when they come, the privateers they think that the privateers must be traders as well, but they don't seem to have a steady supply line because everything they bring them seems totally random. Like one time they bring them clothes, and another time they bring them gold coins, and another time they
Yeah,
bring
because
'em-
whatever they find to steal.
Yeah, it's pretty. You're pretty clear that the privateers are pirates. It's just whatever they happen to
Yeah.
find.
The brothers.
Is that your people, Gamelon?
No.
No.
Oh.
Gamelon would have actually been an actual privateer. So, like, doesn't
We-
sail for any nation and has full authority to hunt pirates.
I'm not here to judge.
We was legitimate traders.
You know, after Ixion comes and speaks to you, who am I to argue with that?
Yeah. So.
My face is kind of a little bit numb right now. I'm such a lightweight.
Well,
Oh, from
while
here.
Jason can't think
From
straight,
one beer.
I say we go get that bloody out
I
the
can
way.
think
or does
fine.
Weedle
I'm
have
just
to do that
saying,
by
like, right
himself?
here,
Yeah.
it's just a little dead. Like, I
Go
can
get
feel
yourself another, and let's go blooding it up.
it.
Yeah, let's go turn Scott into a man.
You're gonna go from a kitten to a cat.
Some
Nice.
kind of man.
I had to
cat.
figure out how to turn into the how to add the weapon.
Add what
Oh,
weapon?
I remember. I remember how to do this. Like
The
this.
stone dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to make the item for you.
Working on it. And this is.
I don't know if my guess
piercing.
was correct on what it was. That was just my guess. Trying to common sense it. If you want to wait 10 minutes, I could identify it for you. Like while we're eating, I could probably do that.
Yeah,
We'll
do
have
it.
to bring the camp here for the night.
No, I thought we were gonna go eat and go do the blooding.
All right, the bloodening.
Okay. Well, you had plenty of time to identify it, Brian.
Yeah. So was I right on what I thought it was?
You were.
Yes. I'm so good at Arcana. I don't know how though.
Okay, and let's see. I'll just drag and drop that onto Weedle. You should have a stone dagger of returning on your inventory.
Yes, light thrown. +1. 1d4 piercing. Grants +1 bonus attack on the damage robe made with it and returns to the wielder's hand immediately after it is used to make a range attack. Oh, that's sweet. Okay.
Okay. So you travel north for the better part of 3 hours, 4 hours. It's definitely nightfall at this point. And as you start moving into the jungle, you quickly find a trail that they were indicating. I'm going to zoom the map back in here. And I'm going to reveal another hex. However, because it's dark, you can't see the adjacent hexes. Okay, but you reach the jungle, and you start making your way along a trail. It's not long before you start to notice a lack of sound. Stefan, you immediately notice that the foliage, and Karnan as well, the foliage here is withered, darker. So instead of like a healthy brown, it's like a sickly brown. Which is how they said you would find the ruins, is everything is dead around it. As you proceed further along the trail, things start to go from being a dark, ugly brown to being like a withered, rotting black. Trees now are gnarled, misshapen lumps of wood with like straggling branches, like they're trying to escape from the trunk. And there's a complete absence of sound. There's no insects, there's no birds, there's no furry wildlife, there's nothing. It's just dead stillness. You finally come upon...
Those of us with dark vision should be in front.
Yeah, so now that's something we should mention. Even with dark vision, you'll have disadvantage on perception checks because it would be dim light. Well, that's not true. I'm sorry. There is moonlight right now, so you can actually see as though it were bright light when you have dark vision. It upgrades dim light to bright light and darkness to dim light. So you actually have dim light because of the moonlight. So anyone with dark vision can see perfectly. If you don't have dark vision, then you currently are looking in dim light right now, which only affects your perception checks. It doesn't affect like combat rolls. Unless you guys want to light a torch, which will remove dark vision, because dark vision does not work when you're near a regular light source.
I can summon daylight.
That would definitely do it.
Although we won't be very stealthy then.
No, pretty easy to spot you when you have a sun next to you.
Just a very small sun.
All right, I'm going to assume no light source for now then.
They'll keep an eye out.
Okay, I need perception checks from the people in the lead. The front two people, which I'm assuming is probably Stefan and Karnan.
Let me get this.
Are we changing our marching order?
Oh, yeah. What is the marching order going to be? Right now, you just said the people with dark vision, so I assume Stefan and Karnan were moving to the front.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision.
Oh, I have dark
And
vision too.
Weedle.
Right now, it's Gamelon, Stefan, Weedle, Nace, and Karnan for the marching order.
Yeah, whoever wants to take my position certainly can.
Well,
I'm happy
since
in
I
the
have
middle.
dark vision, I'll go front,
Yeah.
and then I'll show you how
Run
quickly
away.
a cat can move back.
I'll light this place up if we have to, but yeah.
Roll
Oh,
this
maybe
perception.
swap Gamble onto myself, so when we'd all
Okay, so you'll move
jumps
to
away.
4. Okay, so what? Weedle's going to be in front.
Yeah.
Here, order. All right, Weedle is in front. Who's second? Stefan?
I mean, my armor class
Are we
is
sure
weak,
we-
but I can see.
I think we have our
Third,
two
Gamelon
lowest
and
AC
Nace.
guys in the front. Like, is that what we want to do?
Yeah, see, I'm.
I don't know if you want to change your
mixed
normal
feelings
marching
about
order
that.
or just alter it right now so that you have dark vision people in front.
No, we just
Well,
meant
I got
right
a dark
now.
vision. Maybe I'll just tap. I'll just
Okay, so
tap Gamelon on the shoulder if I see something.
okay, so you just want to leave Weedle and Gamelon up front, Weedle with Nace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do that.
and then we could just
Yeah.
trust in Steve to keep an eye out.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm paying attention.
and then Karnan's always been watching the rear, so
Which
Okay.
is good because I'm blind in the middle. So
after probably 10 minutes of moving
No, because I'm sure you already drank it.
just at a regular pace through this rotting jungle, you find a pair of steps that are coming up out of the ground, and there is a ruin here. It's partially standing walls. Nothing's over probably 8 feet tall. Just lots of crumbling ruins. It's overgrown with a heavy canopy of jungle grass, and then the same scraggly, rotting trees that have these weird greenish bursts of plant life coming out of them. Almost like it's trying to regrow every day, but it just keeps being oppressed, and the bark looks almost wet, like it's dripping with black ichor.
The walls wide enough to walk along, and are they long enough that it would be worth walking on top of the walls?
The walls themselves are about a foot thick, roughly. It looks like they were made of stone blocks. They're very, very worn, very old. You're not a stone worker, so you're not exactly sure how old, but like you've seen old castle walls, and this would give them a run for their money. Whoever built this built it a long time ago. There is a floor, So the stairs kind of have two landings. There's like the first stairs that are coming up right out of the dirt, just a couple steps, and then like 5 feet after that, there's like another set of steps that are about 10 feet long and rise about 5 feet. They're about a 30-degree grade. And then it opens up into what looks, we wouldn't call it a courtyard, but it used to be like a main chamber that now has the cobblestone, or not cobblestone, the intricately laid blocks that make up the floor are split open in the center of the chamber, and there's a large tree that is growing up out of it. And you can see the tree is dying, but it's still got a sprout of green popping out of it, like it's trying to resist whatever the oppressive, horrible force is here.
Do you see any way down below?
I'm going to go ahead and share the map with you guys. I'm going to put some people on the map here. You guys should be able to move your tokens right now. Did Karnan already? There's Gamelon.
I've got rope trick in case we need to walk on top of the walls.
And there's Weedle. See, I think.
And I've got Bibbles if we need to send a rat somewhere.
Okay, so there you are at the top of the second set of landing stairs.
All right, walls are short.
All right, I say we carefully make our way in here.
Mine's not loaded yet.
Jason, while his is loading, one, I don't see that item in my inventory, and two, can you check and make sure I set up Cat's Claws correctly?
Loaded.
Should be 1d4, it's slashing damage, and it's a strength modifier, which means there's no modifier.
Okay.
Do you have to kill it with your claws?
I assume that means it can be the final blow. And they did say if you clear it out, they'll consider that the blooding. They didn't say how.
Yeah. And you
There.
seemed
I
impressed
added
with
it.
your sword. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah.
Like maybe when it's dead, you can just, and then you have blood on your claws. That's a blooding, right? You make
Mhm.
sure it's dead.
That is true.
Oh, oh.
Everybody loaded?
I'm still loading.
Really?
I am loaded.
It is a larger map than I normally use.
Okay, I zoomed it out to verify, and yeah, it's still loading. I don't know.
I think
what
it's
to
about
tell you.
3 times the pixel count of what I would normally use.
Oh Jesus!
I forgot to reduce it. And
Oh,
by the
okay.
time I realized I forgot, it was too late.
Yeah. So this is what the internet's like if you live way out in the middle of nowhere. But when it comes time to vote, it's not crowded.
Well, while Brian's loading, I'm going to go grab another beer. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna get all the loot. Oh, it just loaded. That's hilarious.
Roll a con save.
You're a dwarf. You get advantage. I miss my dwarf barbarian who was a brewer. He would just find random plants and ferment them.
How do I zoom out?
Scroll,
I couldn't zoom this one out.
Fair
So
enough.
that's just where the map is.
Scroll bar out and then drag down until you can see where you are. It's a big map.
Not that
Oh,
big.
I gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I'm back.
I had to make the map skinnier to be able to zoom out at all.
Yeah.
It is taller than it is wide. Okay, so everyone has it loaded now, I assume?
Mhm.
All right. So, you are at the ruins. What do you guys want to do?
Investigate.
Get this blooding over with. So those covers, like, oh, what'd I do? Wait.
What are these things?
What are what things? Well, when you get to one, I'll tell you, but they're holes.
Like going down?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
Holes in
that
the-
looks like stairs.
They're holes in the concrete.
Advance towards the big tree.
Sure. Carefully, cautiously, and with all senses attuned.
Okay. Is this stealthily or?
I mean,
Oh,
probably cautiously.
Very cautiously, yeah.
All right.
Like, this is supposed to be a dead place.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check for you guys. Fail, success, fail, success, success. More successes than failures. Okay.
Wait, did I succeed?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
With a 26.
I have
Wow.
Boots of Elvenkind, so I didn't know if it counted for that.
You rolled a 20.
Oh, well, alright then. I'm good.
It was Gamelon and Karnon that failed it.
Okay. I just have
Okay.
advantage on stealth checks, is what it does.
So, you
Clomp, clomp.
make your way up to the tree. And I need... nope, nothing yet. So it's all quiet, like eerie quiet, of course. You can now make out that there is a... it looks like a lid over a set of stairs that's kind of partially ajar ahead of you on the other side of the tree.
Hmm. Oh.
Yep. It's time to blow the lid off this joint.
Well, that seems interesting.
There's a lid that's partially ajar.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna grab my rat and I'm gonna be like, hey, go check that out.
Okay, what's his name again?
Bibbles!
Bibbles.
What's his name?
Okay. You're like,
I didn't name him.
okay, Bibbles, go see what's up there. And he's like, no problem, I got this. Bibbles kind of scurries off to the left. He scurries
From
off
New
to the
Jersey.
right.
He's a
Are
Jersey
you doing
rat. You know
your...
he's tough.
Don't you have the ability to see through his eyes?
Sight beyond sight.
Yeah, I can do that.
Are
I
you
don't know
doing
why
that?
I'm in
I guess is the
front,
better
but-
question.
Yeah. Why am I in front?
I have no
Danger.
idea. I must have moved you guys wrong. You guys can rearrange yourselves. So, all right, you do, yeah, the Thundercat sight beyond sight. And as he's walking up, you see him skitter left, skitters to the right. He skitters over, and right as he gets here, there is like an awful hiss. It's like, and all of a sudden, blackness shoots towards your vision, and Bibbles is gone.
How tall is the tree?
Did he get hit?
Yeah, Bibbles is gone.
Oh.
You experience for a moment just a blinding, biting shock as you're overwhelmed by like a clinging darkness that tears at your very soul, and then the connection is severed. You lose 1 hit point.
The delightful bliss of death. Congratulations.
I do?
Yes, you lose a hit point.
Bibble's last act. Curse you, master.
How do I lose a hit point?
Because you're pretty sure that Bibble's maximum hit point total was permanently reduced. You caught a little feedback from it. You take 1 psychic damage.
I feel like I should climb this tree and get ready to shoot things.
I didn't think you could
Or
take damage
rope
from your
trick this
familiar,
tree
though.
and shoot
You
things.
normally can't.
Magic, dude. Deal with it.
Yeah, you can now. This is like Gamers 2 Darkness Rising when cleric magic stops working. You can't fucking do that! Alright. With that howl, you hear more howls coming from the left and right. Just an awful moaning like... And it climbs to a crescendo, almost like a war cry. You guys can go ahead and roll initiative. Alright, I'm going to roll for the NPCs. And I'm also going to lock tokens.
Mr. Bibbles, no!
I'm sorry to kill Bibbles.
Damn, I'm
But he helped us out.
Did he, though?
He gave us forewarning.
Yeah, you're definitely not surprised. And based on your perception checks, you might have been surprised. So,
I'm not surprised that a rat going into a deep dark hole in a cursed temple was immediately massacred.
Alright, is everybody rolled? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so the first person to act is Stefan. You have not spotted anything yet, Stefan.
I want to use my rope trick and get into this tree on a spot where I can shoot things.
Is that what rope trick does?
Oh, I thought rope
Well,
trick was a parallel universe.
It's
Yeah, I thought it was a
touch a link
hold
of
up.
rope. Touch a link of rope, and it goes up 60 feet. And can I put it next to a branch and
Oh, is
Get
this a
in that
different? What am I
branch.
thinking of, Neil?
Rope trick.
Yeah, I thought rope trick went to like a parallel universe or
Well, I
like a
don't have to-
dimensional pocket.
but I don't have to walk or I don't have to climb all 60 feet, dude.
Oh, you're saying you just want to do
I just want to get up in this tree and shoot things.
oh, an invisible entrance. Okay. Well, all right. You can blow a spell slot for this if you want, but I'll tell you, you could just climb the tree in front of you.
Yeah, that's just movement speed, man.
Yeah, it's half movement speed. It's not even a
Alright.
climbing check. The tree is quite easy to climb. Well, that's not true. I'll make you make an athletics check, but trust me, the DC is low.
All right.
He rolls 1.
Athletic,
Yeah, I
right?
know. That's always possible.
Athletics. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
supposed
that
to
was
do
not low. You could have rolled that out. Anyways, you got a
Alright.
22. So this could have been a fucking glass rod and you would have climbed up it.
All right,
All right.
I'm finding a good spot on this tree where I can
You
move
are-
360.
You are 15 feet up on the tree. You're at a scraggly spot where it branches into a fork, and you just kind of wedge in there. You've got your crossbow ready. I assume you want to ready in action to shoot the
Yes.
first bad guy you see?
Yep.
Okay,
And then
you are ready.
boom.
All right. Gamelon of the Salted Shell Clan. You are next to act.
What can I see?
Currently, nothing.
Well then,
But where the arrow is the last time you saw Bibbles.
where was the arrow?
The arrow right here. This is where he went under the thing. And that's when you heard a quick little rat shriek, followed by, or preceded by an awful hissing wail.
Hmm.
Oh shit. Spirit Guardians. How big's the radius? 20 feet?
It's
The radius
15.
is 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay, so make a 15-foot circle and then put it on you. I think control in both mice is circle. Yeah, perfect.
Oops.
Center it from the intersection of a square. So be, whoop. There, that's 3 squares.
Okay.
And
All
then
right,
I'll
then.
drop it on you. There you go. Or wait, that's not far enough. My bad. One more. There, that's 3 squares. Because it radiates from your square, not a central point. My bad. I'm thinking of fireball. Fireball's a central point.
Spirits protect me then.
Okay, so a whirling storm of... They look like almost like angels, except they don't really have wings, except more like streams of light that splay away from their shoulders. And they're swirling just gently and slowly around Gamelon. As they pass by you, they just kind of like contort to slip around you. They don't go through your body. They just kind of pass through your over your arms. It's almost like a breeze of silk as they pass by you, but they're warm and give a radiating light. Assuming you're not targeting everyone in the group.
Yeah, they're exempt.
Otherwise, it's a different description.
You feel your soul leaving your body.
Right, yeah. They begin to flay your soul.
I'd like to move forward. I don't know where Steve is in the tree, but
Oh, yeah, we didn't put him up there. Steve is there.
I'll move up to there.
No problem. All right, so you skirt your way around the tree. Give me a perception check. Well, never mind. It'd be passive perception. I'm going to move your thing to be right on you. There you go. You're doing passive perception. I didn't roll stealth for these guys yet. Okay. So, you spot one. You see a hideous, vaporous shade that looks something like, well, I don't want to show all of this. Let's do... It's kind of got multiple images on this, and I don't want to show them all, so I'm going to unmask a piece and then share it. There you go. That is what you see lurking underneath the doors, or the big slab.
Looks like some kind of white.
I'll let you make a religion check, see how familiar you are with whites.
Religion. Whoop. Did that roll?
I have not seen it roll.
Ooh.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I just closed
Okay.
on that.
So, nope. Your knowledge of whites is they are a semi-sentient undead being. That's about it.
Yep. I will move another 5 feet. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. We'll recenter that on you. There you go. Okay. What'd you say, Scott?
How do I delete the arrow I just drew to measure distance? The right and left click isn't working.
Yeah, right and left click together.
Uh-uh.
Draw a new arrow.
Yeah, or draw a new arrow.
Okay. That'll work. Thank you.
All right, Nace.
Oh, remove pointers. That did it.
Okay. I'm
I'm
just
definitely yelling back. There's something in the hole.
Okay.
And it's only from that hole, right? There's no other noise around.
Oh. Hey, that image I showed you's wrong. Oh shit. I need to unmask it.
We see the other one.
No, it's not that. So the thing casting is what you see.
Oh.
Oh,
It casts basically demon bolts. So that thing you see is what lashed out and killed Bibble.
oh.
Yeah, it
I don't
shoots
like that
witches.
Get
Rat
up here
killer.
and kill it. Stay within me circle.
But do I hear anything else from any thing around us, or is it just this direction?
Nope, that's all you've picked up.
Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna get behind Gamelon.
Okay,
I think
You
that's
move up.
better.
into position behind Gamelon. Anything else?
Or it's terrible. Yes. Want to target that dude?
Okay, he has full cover right now because he's down underneath the door.
Do you have any exploding bowling balls?
Oh dang! I only ignore half cover. I knew I ignored some form of cover, but yeah, we're just gonna whatever that cantrip is, Eldritch Blast.
Okay. You hit him with an 18
Oh.
for
Did that not
11
roll
damage.
Oh, it
Wow.
It just took
That'll
a
do
second.
it.
Moderately wounding it. Oh my
did.
god!
Hit again.
Yeah.
Tag the shit out of it.
I give
Oh,
no
yeah.
shits.
For 13, it's heavily wounded. It's half dead.
Nice.
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 I'm gonna pray
So-
for myself and cast Shillelagh as my bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, as Nace wades up, it's just he just like rises up and just goes in two radiant bolts with green tendrils wrapped around them, spiral in and slam into the thing. It shrieks in pain and slinks back. And now it's its turn. Boy. Well, just a second here. Oh boy. Okay. So first, it scrambles up from out from under there. Which actually, when it gets to here, Stefan, you're able to make an attack because you've been waiting for a bad guy to emerge.
Oh, damn.
It's up to you if you're going to use sharpshooter, but you won't be able to use hunter's mark or your. Now, it's the first attack of the round. so you will of the battle. So for you, so you will get your ambusher damage if it hits.
It's only one.
I need to click that. I need to click the dude next to
Yeah,
Dread
control
Ambusher.
click him to target him.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, not yet. You don't want to do ambusher yet. You got to hit him first.
Okay.
Because if you miss,
Can
you
I
won't.
undo that?
I did it.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're dragging and dropping the die on him or if you're.
That's what I've been
targeting him.
doing.
Okay,
Yep,
no problem.
I've been dragging and
Then
dropping.
yeah. Are you going to give yourself -10 to hit for +5 damage, or are you just going to shoot straight?
I better yeah, I'm gonna skip the sharpshooter.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
use
just
the
straight
Dread
shot.
Ambusher.
Now you actually do ignore all cover, so you don't have to worry about that because of sharpshooter.
I don't know what you're worried about. He's super easy to hit.
Yeah, 21 hits him just fine. Now click your ambusher damage.
Getting to the ground.
There you go. And now roll your damage.
Nope, that was the wrong thing.
Not the little shield. You always grab the little shield.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, good hit.
God,
Oh,
12 more
nice.
damage. It's critically wounded now. Jesus. This thing's not doing well.
I give him the business.
What's the range on this? 30? Alright, so there was 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, it moves to here. And then there's 30 feet. So it targets Gamelon, Nace, and Stefan as it shrieks and throws its hands out. There's these like ghostly specters fly away from its hands, almost the opposite of the guardian. What was it called?
Spirits.
Of the galaxy.
Spirit
Guardian
warriors.
spirits that are swirling around you. It almost tries to pierce them with this wave of these dark, shadowy spirits that fire away in ripples from its body. And you're all going to have to make a saving throw versus magic. Does anyone have advantage on that or anything?
What kind of saving throw?
Saving throw versus magic versus fear.
What save though? Con.
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom. Sorry.
Not advantage, no.
Okay,
We need to
Nace
do
makes
I
it.
just have proficiency.
Gamelon made it.
Not sure how to do the magic part.
Oh,
Don't worry
it's
about-
just wisdom.
Grab the
It's a
dice.
wisdom
It's
save.
just a wisdom
All right.
save.
Yeah. If you had a bonus to save versus magic, then it would apply. Jesus, you all made your save, so it's completely ineffective. So,
Hooray! Mazel tov!
all right, so I'll just untarget all of you since that did nothing. And I think he's a dead motherfucker now. So, good turn.
Blooding.
Got him ready
Bonus
for weed all.
action. Bonus action. Yes. Okay. And then it winks out of existence.
Wait, is that 2 spells?
It is 2 spells. Fuck you, Brian.
Yes, Brian.
Yay! Way to go,
I didn't know if that
Brian.
would work. I didn't know.
Good ability.
God damn it. I got rid of John so I could do this stuff. I am just kidding. If John sees this, I'm really bummed that he's not playing with us. But normally that would be John that would say, is that 2 spells? So I'm glad to see Brian is carrying on the tradition. Hey, you know, whatever, but isn't that 2 spells? So I he says it too. You know, you run it however you want, but I think that's 2 spells. All right. So he's
Well,
just
he
dick.
actually reads like the monsters manual and all that stuff, and
Yeah,
I keep
I read it
myself
on
in
the
dark intention.
I read it on the shitter, but like
I don't run a game, so I keep myself in the dark. So I don't
Yeah.
know if that's an innate ability that made him wink out.
it's innate, but it's still a bonus action. So Bonus action spell.
Okay.
It's not an innate ability, it's an innate spell, so he can't
Right.
pop off 2 of them at once. Damn it. It'd be really nice if he could pop that off. Because I need him
I
to
bet
not
that
be
fear would
there.
have been incredible.
Would have been really nice. You would drop anything you're holding and flee with a dash away from him. So, yeah, it would have been nice to reduce the numbers.
I'll show you what a will save looks like.
You know, that's true. Will save's not going to go great for
So
me.
you can pick on a rat, but not
That's
on a real person.
Yeah, Weedle, your turn.
Yay!
Bloody.
Uh-oh.
blood-
Get him! Get him!
All right, I'm going to make my offhand attack first.
This is with your claws.
This is with my claws. Now, here's the deal. I cannot seem to make these claws go offhand. I don't think it really
Why?
matters because I don't get a duck. I don't know. I
You just
click
need
on
an
the
have 'em-
offhand. claw.
You don't have them marked as equipped,
Oh,
right?
There's also no bonus damage on him anyway, so what's it matter?
It doesn't matter probably. All right, we're gonna claw him. I have a feeling he's immune to non-magic items or attacks.
You hit.
Okay.
Are you not doing the sneak attack damage? I guess not.
You did it. He
Yeah,
was one hit
You
point
just
from
tore his
death.
throat out and killed him.
Yeah!
I just
Congratulations.
You blooded.
All right, you bound up to him and whoosh, slash its throat out. The thing kills her records, and a black essence escapes from it and dissipates into the sky.
Mazel tov.
Jesus.
He's a real Rakasta now.
He's the man, finally.
I want him to go back to camp and be like, I did it. I'm super
Yeah.
awesome. I need to go shave.
Smell my claws.
Wow.
And channel.
Please do that.
I turn him around and say, "Thanks for softening him up, guys, because I don't think 3 points would have done it."
You did one.
I was surprised you didn't sneak attack.
I thought about it, but he's doesn't have an enemy near him. I'm not surprised. It's one of those weird situations where I don't think I can use sneak attack.
No, you one-on-one with an enemy.
One-on-one.
Can sneak attack.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know
because
what.
of the-
I know we haven't played in a little while, but Jesus.
No, that's where I was on my turn. I was like, okay, I haven't done any of these in a while.
Yeah.
What am I doing now?
If you have an ally next to him, sneak attack. If you don't have an ally next to him, sneak attack. So
Okay.
you
got
just
it.
get sneak attack.
Got it.
It's like
And
the
it's okay,
reason to
'cause
play the
rogues-
swashbuckler.
Rogues are balanced around sneak attacking every turn, so
All
it's fine.
Do we hear any other howlings?
You can make a perception check since you're not using your main attack.
All right. Action. No. Come on. Skills. Thank you. Perception.
You hear shuffling coming from this direction. More like footsteps.
Gentlemen, we may have more work to do. Over this way. I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
And in my turn.
Okay. Karnan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jason, I want to hide in this bush I'm on.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
Thanks, Brian.
Why
Been a
is
while.
it
Oh, Brian told you?
Yeah.
I was like, hide.
You have made
You
a
have
stealth
bonus
check.
action, hide.
That's funny.
No, they're kind of waiting.
You gotta teach him how to rogue.
I can, yeah.
He doesn't remember.
It's been too long.
How much is that?
Can't even get him right now.
Sit down.
What's
That's
Karnan
lots of
doing?
distance there. Karnan's trying to figure out where to move here.
The
This-
footsteps are over
That's
to
the
left.
direction that they heard sounds from. Brian, give me an Arcana check.
China.
I guess I will move there.
Ooh. Okay.
China.
And
You don't know what a Deathlock Warlock or White is either.
Baby pizza.
I'm new
You-
to this magic.
You really
I guess
don't
I
know.
will-
Whatever they are, they're.
We might have to pick a monster you know about, and you have to forget that you knew it. Like,
I
that was
will
a really
ready-
bad roll.
I didn't want to know what it was. I just shoot. I finger gunned him twice, and it was good.
You can't do finger guns anymore.
Why not?
Didn't a kid get suspended in school for doing finger guns?
Fortunately, I'm not a kid nor in school.
I just hate the fact that I can't do finger guns with my daughter.
The Second Amendment gives me the right to do finger guns on Zoom.
Oh, jeez.
Only if you'd use two fingers.
I wanted to tell my daughter her middle name was Finger Guns, like, until she figured out that it wasn't. Like, she get through probably what, 4th grade before she realized her middle name is not Finger Guns.
Wait, was your wife on
But she-
board?
She was until, like, at first she thought it was funny, but yeah.
But then when she
I
started to
also
learn
had a
words,
phase
she's like,
where-
no.
When I'm getting her dressed, when she takes off her jammies and she's just got her diaper on, I got her going, ta-da! And Jen is like, no. I thought it'd be
Oh,
funny
no.
if anytime she takes her clothes off, she goes, ta-da!
With my baby, she likes to take off her clothes in front of the mirror.
Rena doesn't take her clothes off. It's really weird.
Well, no, like for bath time.
Right. Like, Rena she never takes her... It's kind of weird. She never takes her clothes off. She'll put clothes on. She puts her
Oh.
shoes on constantly. Jesus.
We have a nudist who hates like the footy pajamas.
Oh, right.
Like it gets cold at night. She's like,
Right.
whines, put shoes on. I want those off right away.
Wow. No, Rena... I have to hide her shoes because she'll take her muddy snow boots and put them on and wear them all around the fucking house.
Oh,
What is that
Carnon's
flashing,
there.
Neil?
I will, suppose, prepare an action.
Okay.
Prepare my longbow.
Well, you might just see something.
Okay, you get your longbow drawn and ready to fuck up the first thing you see.
What if it's a Ricosta?
All right. So,
It was an extra Costa.
What's shuffling?
damn it. Kidding me.
Jason's finding another monster. He's like, oh, can't use these prepared ones.
You need to teleport.
No, it's not that.
I
So
took out two of the monsters because John's gone. I'm adding them back.
I didn't affect it. It changed this encounter at all. So you see another undead that looks similar to the other, but not quite the same. I'll
And we
share a
don't.
picture.
No, I meant that direction.
Is it not as
Wait, what?
badass?
I think that looks pretty badass.
Damn it, Weedall.
Damn.
You're all like, it's over there.
Right.
I think we're surrounded.
So,
Good news! They've got us surrounded.
And I believe
that's
I'm
definitely a Karnan saying. All
I
right.
believe I'm white about this.
Oh, come on, dude.
We need to stall for time and we're in Lord of the Rings. Let's get
Okay.
surrounded.
It steps around the corner with a longbow drawn. The longbow is, the wood looks like it's got black streaks and it's like wrapped with old rotted cloth. This guy looks like he was some sort of scout in life. He's wearing studded leather armor that's corroded and blackened. And as he draws back, you see the foliage and the leaves near him literally wither away as he draws his bow back, like as he leans in towards them. The plants and wildlife shy away from his touch. He fires his longbow at Gamelon.
Does Cardon fire first?
Actually, no, because he's got a big tree in the way.
Okay.
Setup is a bad idea.
First shot is a 13, which glances off of your shell. He fires a second time.
What? Bang.
Connects with a 23
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll hit.
for 5 points of damage, lightly wounding you. And then he steps back. You do see him step to the north. And out of
We'll
sight.
just go flush him out with your guardians. You don't even have to touch him.
Okay.
He can just run in and go, dodge. I'm a nimble turtle.
All right. Then you see another white pop out. This is where Cardon gets to go. You get to make an attack on that one.
And I will. Seriously?
Woo! Not with that hit. Okay.
You were holding it so long and your arm was shaking.
Yeah, you're just drawn as you see it. You just loose too early, and the arrow shatters against the wall to the north of it. It then counterfires its longbow.
Missing.
It actually takes another step forward. Whoops, that was too far. And fires its longbow at Gamelon twice.
Ooh, they don't like you, Gamelon.
Oh, Gamelon, I need you to make a concentration check. Or did it roll already?
I thought
Is
I was
Guardian
gonna try
Spirit's concentration?
to- Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I roll?
It's a Constitution save. His damage is really low. You just need a 10 or higher.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, so Guardian Spirits falls from the last one. In which case, he puts 2 shots at Karnan, not Gamelon. Longbow 1 misses with a 14. Longbow 2 misses with a 6. And then he drops his longbow and pulls out a longsword and holds it with both hands. And that's his turn. Okay, start of the next round. Stefan, you're first.
Can I shoot at that guy without hitting Karnon? Am I high enough up?
Yes. Yeah, you're 15 feet up, so you can fire over Karnan, no problem.
You could shoot past the square anyway, and with sharpshooter, the enemy wouldn't even have
Oh
cover.
yeah, you ignore cover with sharpshooter. Remember,
do
we've said you
sharpshooter.
ignore cover or range penalties, but you definitely don't have a range penalty here, so.
I'm going to use my sharpshooter.
Okay, so you're going to give yourself -5 to hit before the attack roll?
So I'm going to click this dude, because I love clicking on these
The one that says -5.
Yep. Boom.
Perfect. Now you'll roll your attack, and then if it hits, you'll do the other dude that gives you +10 damage. Well, a 20 is going to connect.
Nice.
So now you click the damage one. Perfect. And let her rip. For 21 damage, moderately wounding it. Jesus, that thing's awesome.
Wow. Alright, I'm going to hang out here in this tree.
Okay, Gamelon.
All right then.
That longbow shot was a Hail Mary to stop the Guardians.
Well,
The odds of it working were the odds of me hitting were slim.
Stefan
but the
has
odds
another attack, right?
Oh yeah, Stefan, you have 2 attacks. You're 5th level now.
Hey. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Or shall we say John?
Should I just do it? Does the thing
Yeah,
have to be
go
on
ahead.
me?
We don't have to put it back.
Alright.
That's fine. Yeah, you can just drag and drop it.
So roll it.
Are you doing another sharpshooter shot?
Well, sure. That seems a great idea. Let's see if this works.
Here, I'll change it to your turn. Because it might matter for crits. 14, you still hit him, just barely. For another 20 damage, it's now critically wounded. So
Nice
it comes out, it
hit.
fires 2 shots at Karnan to no effect. It chucks down and pulls out its sword, and then it's just like thunk, thunk. It just takes 2 bolts right in the chest.
How you doing?
Yeah.
It's having a bad day is how it's doing. All right. Now your turn, Gamelon. My lips are completely numb. My face feels like the skin is just putty.
Beer is good.
This 6% by volume is kicking my ass. And I didn't eat much for dinner either. Oh, sorry. Gamelon is moving up.
Then, approach your weapon.
Oh, okay. I will get that for you. We have a token. There you go. Spiritual weapon.
Yeah, I guess put it like right next to me.
I just put it on the points of the square so it doesn't get in the way of moving.
Gotcha. And it will attack.
You connect with a 17. You forgot to target him, but that's fine.
Oh, that was good. Right? Yeah. And damage.
5. That's enough to take it out. Okay. It shrieks, and you see a black essence like leak out of its mouth and eyes as it falls, and it just kind of shoots up and dissipates into the sky like an inky cloud. The body lies inert, graying and withering quickly.
I'll move 5. It will move to there. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Nace.
Okay, and the one on the right you said went north, so I don't know where this trunk is exactly, so I want to do something like
The 4 squares, Stefan would be the upper right square of the tree.
if I come
This-
down here, do I
This is
see
the
it?
trunk. No.
Do I have to go over there?
I think you'll see it there. Nope, you still can't see it.
I don't know which ones are squares and which ones aren't.
Uh,
How about up there?
yeah, you're moving a square right there. I'm trying to see if there's any way you can see it. You can't see it. The wall's too thick.
All right, I'm gonna ready an action to Eldritch Blast it if I see it.
Okay. Perfect. Weedall.
All right, I'm going to move 50 feet.
Oh shit. Okay. And
Do
you
I see
see
it?
it. Yes, you do.
I'm going to target it.
Okay.
I'm going to attack it with my short bow, I guess.
Oh, the boomerang knife.
Oh, well, we're going to do that too.
Crit!
Yep. And I'm going to remember to sneak attack it.
Whoa, whoa,
Nope,
whoa.
you don't get sneak attack. Nothing's
Uh,
adjacent to it.
Yeah, that's in
I'm going to shoot it.
For 13 damage, moderately wounding it.
I'm going to throw a dagger at it.
Okay.
Did we
Stone
get it?
dagger of returning.
Oh
Crit!
my god.
Holy shit!
I'm going to.
It's too bad you didn't
Roll my
sneak
damage.
attack this thing.
Too bad.
7 more damage.
And I'm going to say, see ya. And I'm going to go here.
So as you throw it, it embeds in it. You mean you could have taken a 5-foot step and had 2 criticals, including a sneak attack crit?
No, because
Oh,
that would
it's 10 feet
require
away.
me to.
Never mind.
I only
Yeah.
have 10 feet of movement left.
It's also 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you throw the dagger, and it embeds in its chest. And as you start to raise your hand back, the dagger's in your hand again. It's just instant. It just like hits, fades, and it's in your hand.
Okay. And I'm going to go there, and I can't hide because I think the second attack was my bonus action. So.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm done. All yours, boys.
Karnan.
Okay, I'm gonna go over. Here.
Jason, I'm moving one more square up because I have 10 feet of movement.
Then you
Thank you.
could have gotten into melee range. You
I
pussy.
could have, but I didn't know I was going to double crit, and then I'd have no movement to get away.
Ah, don't be a bitch.
Now, can I cast
Could have just
Moonbeam
taken one
on this
melee
spot?
swing and then dashed out with your bonus
I
action.
want to break a nail
Oh,
I
my-
need these nails to show I've been bloodied.
or get your crack bloody. Yeah.
Can I cast Moonbeam?
I love that I
on
said, "Have
this
you been
spot?
bloodied?" and everybody took a different meaning. I mean, immediately. He sure whines like he has. I'm sorry,
Kim wants
Karnan.
to-
What are you doing?
I would like to cast Moonbeam on this spot.
On the spot you're in? Which spot?
No, the spot that he's in.
Do you have to see the spot?
It just says has to be within range, as best I can tell, but those with better knowledge.
Let me check here. Moonbeam. Because Moonbeam's awesome. Alright, I'm looking at Moonbeam. Silvery beam of pale light shines down a 5-foot radius. 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range until the spell ends. Dim light fills the cylinder. You know what? You can see the spot technically because the wall's only 8 feet tall. So you can see where you want it to land. Whoops. Control. 5-foot radius.
Moonbeam.
And you want it right there on top of the white. In fact, you probably want it like that. That way you're catching him and the squares around it.
Gotcha. Okay, so then to cast it, I do the little click on the effect.
So, control click on him. Let me see. When the creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in the ghostly flames to cause searing pain. So actually it'll be at the start of its turn. Yeah, once your turn's over, then that's when it will take a... Is it a saving throw? Con. Yeah, it's a con saving throw that it'll roll.
Okay.
So, if you're done with your turn, then you hit next. Now, drag the saving throw from your character sheet. Next to Moonbeam, there's a little d20. Drag and drop that onto the white. And it'll roll his saving throw. Which he succeeds on. Does he take half?
Half as much on
It
successful
is half
save.
damage. Yeah, so go ahead and drop the damage on him, and it'll automatically do half because he's on the combat tracker.
Wow.
So he takes
Mhm.
half. He still takes 9 damage. What a great roll. And he is now heavily wounded for starting his turn in it. So he needs to get the fuck out of that right now. He will go 1. He'll go 2. He'll go 3. And Brian,
Do
you
I
can see him
see him?
now. Yep.
All right.
These whites did not fare well. first one hits, just barely. For 10 damage, critically wounding him. The second one connects
Oh,
for 4 damage. It's still alive! Yes!
that was a terrible second roll.
Okay, and then
one.
it will go for Nace. And first, it will do a longsword attack at Nace. Missing with a 10. And then, as it slashes and misses, it reaches out with its hand to try and grab a hold of you.
Dodge it.
And
Doing my best.
misses with a 12.
I'm super good.
It swipes out. You dodge aside as it hits the wall. You see its nails claw through the rock and leave like a streak in the rock where black smoke hisses out of the wall. And that's its turn.
I'm just going for it.
Yeah, you're gonna butt fuck it. It's screwed. 16. What's it matter? You roll a 7, still hit. Plus 9 to hit. Jesus Christ. That's it. It's down. So it actually swipes and like hits the wall, and then all of a sudden a bolt goes through its throat and sticks it into the wall. It hangs there for just a second as you see the dark essence leak out of it, and then it slumps to the ground and falls, crumples into a pile, starts to wither immediately. And it's just almost instantaneously as it dies, the moonlight gets a little brighter. You see the tree, it's almost like the bark dries a little, and the distance, you just hear the faintest start of crickets. The sight feels
Yeah.
natural again.
I
Yeah,
want to
we
open
win.
my quest log and see if there are 0 monsters remaining in the Den of Evil.
All right. We're going to stop right there. Thanks, everyone, for coming. It's a real bummer we don't have John, but I had a good time. We'll get this up on the stream. We'll get this up on YouTube tomorrow morning. Those of you tuning in or seeing us on YouTube, we now stream live on Mondays at 7 Mountain. Look forward to seeing people next week, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.